Hi, my name is Antonino Lombardi. I am a third-generation barber hairstylist, and today I'm going to be talking to you and sharing you some tips and tricks that I do with my clients who have autism, disabilities, and just for good practice. So the most important thing is client consultation. When it comes down to client consultation, you want to ask the client and ask the parent what is it that they're sensitive to, whether it's smell, touch, feel, or any noise. As far as touching them, you want to make sure that as if you're tilting their head, you put the hand on the shoulder and you tilt their head. You always want to make them feel comfortable. Anytime you talk to them, you want to look into their eyes and just kind of guide them on what it is you're going to do, how you're going to do it. The second important thing would be smell. You have to be careful on what kind of scents you're using, whether it's a styling product, whether it's sanitizing, alcohol, or any sort of aerosol sprays. Smell can be known as a sensitivity issue. Third most important thing is feeling. Whether your client is feeling down or feeling up, you always want to put them in a position where they're going to be feeling happy and feel good. And that's when they get a great haircut, is you make them feel good, and that's what it's about. The fourth most important thing in your client consultation is noise. Anyone could be sensitive toward noise. Whether it's your clippers or trimmers, you always want to try it on your arm first, then you can try it on your client's arm so that they know that it's not painful and it just tickles. So always be patient and aware of what you're doing with your client. Just give them the best service you can give them and make them feel good.
No problem. I shall transform your hair, create a masterpiece. I am an artiste with a pair of scissors.
My new cuts got him talking at the barbershop.
Fresh from the barbershop, fly from the beauty salon.
My new cuts got him talking at the barbershop.
I got a show where you can listen and view.
My new cuts got him talking at the
Bringing
barbershop.
barbers and stylists together with the ScissorSalute.
My new cuts got him talking at the barbershop.
One cut, two cut, three cut, four. Nails done, hair done, everything did. Nails done, hair done, everything did. Oh, you fancy?
Spending hours in salons on your hairstyle.
For the Lord protects his barbers and he makes the stubble grow.
Scissor! Salute! Salute! Welcome to the ScissorSalute Show. I'm your host, Eli the Barber. My co-host for the evening, introduce yourself.
I am Sean Condon. You can find me on Instagram at local.salon.marketing.sean.
The show is co-produced by the co-owner of ScissorSalute, New York and Queen, and produced by the owner, Sefro, and we're broadcasting live via StrongIsland.tv, Paradise Studios, and LA's on the boards. Let's get into the meaning of the ScissorSalute, which is a gesture, compliment, greeting, lifestyle dedicated to bringing barbers, hairstylists, and makeup artists together worldwide. And we use the ScissorSalute Show as an outlet to actually make that happen. Every Monday night from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we give the opportunity for the visual artists to come down here and showcase their skills live on the ScissorSalute stage, while also conducting interviews with them and taking phone calls in so you can find out how they got started, where they are now, where they plan to be going on their journey. Now, this is the age of the independent educator. Independent educator, fueled by, empowered by social media. We no longer have to rely on these companies to get us gigs to do education. Being that social media has such a big presence, you've noticed other names, independent names, are coming out and being able to do education. Now, if this is something that you would like to do to see, if, because a lot of people are like, man, I could do that. Well, it's not for everybody, but if you want to give it a run, you want to come down here and showcase, see if it's something that you'd be interested in, or you want to advertise with us or book us for an event, you can email us, scissorsalute@yahoo.com, and we'll get back to you in the order that the email is received. I would like to say this is 5 years that we're doing the show. This is 5 years today. First Monday of August that we've been doing the show.
Nice.
5 years. The hashtag is up to 700,000, I believe.
Wow.
The hashtag ScissorSalute. And it's crazy because I've gone through the ScissorSalute hashtag and it's being used to like sell cake. I mean, I'm like going through it. I'm like, wait a minute, that's a chocolate fudge cake right there. And everyone know I love chocolate. You catch me at the Cheesecake Factory, dog in the chocolate tower.
Nice.
It's so big you got to serve it sideways anyway.
There we go.
But this is 5 years we've been doing this, and I'm excited to announce one of the phone calls tonight is Smash the Legend. But when he called in, he was Captain Smash. So he's going to be calling in, and it's going to be good to hear from him. He's got a lot of things that he's doing, and plus, I feel like it's important for him to call in because he made the move from New Orleans to Houston.
Yeah.
So that's always interesting to hear. I mean, we have barbers who are scared to move up the block. Here we are having someone call in who actually changed like area code, like states.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very interesting
Rich is a cool dude.
to hear that. And let's go a recap over last week's show. Maybe. No. Sometime. Remember, it's a live show.
That's it. Bueller.
And if you want to show some support, underneath my finger right here is the share button on Facebook. Press that button, put it on your news feed, press it one more time, and put it in every hair group that you're a part of if you would like to show us some support. If not, watch the show. Just do whatever you're going to do. Let's get to the recap of last week's show. From Precision Barber Lounge. I forgot that was the theme last week. This is lounge, studio, grooming. It seems to be the way the barbershop is evolving, just not switching up the names, but giving it a twist, I guess, a universal
It's giving more of a
touch to
full
it.
service feel.
Yeah, so Precision Barber Lounge located in St. Albans, New York. We had Joe the boss, right? And one of the things what I liked about Joe, he talked about growth. And growth is big. And to me, I feel like when you're part of this profession, you need to realize there's certain goals that you have to hit and certain sacrifices that need to be made. Now, everybody in the hair profession, one of the things that we sacrifice is time. We sacrifice a lot of it due to, the line of work that we do. But I'd like to salute Joe the boss who came down here and showcased for us. Salute to him. And his IG handle is Joe the boss _1. And from Prestige Hair Studio, located in Floral Park, New York, we had Snow the Barber. Snow _the Barber. We got into talking about enhancements and the benefits of being able to use enhancements. And again, Joe, the gentleman that was pictured before, he was talking about maybe doing hair pieces in the future. And it's growing. It used to be like something like you'd see a difference in a year, in a month. It seems like every week there is something new that you can add to your repertoire, your routine to increase your income. Now, one of the things that Joe and Snow were interested in is residual income. I believe residual income is available for this profession. In other words, if you don't know what that is, you can make money while you're sleeping. So that's very interesting. And our in-studio guest, we had AA Straight Razors in the lineup, talking about their event, the Concrete Jungle Hair Battle, which is taking place in Brooklyn on September 23rd. A lot of things going on September 23rd, but they were here talking about their event, and they're going to be coming. They gave us tickets to give away. We're going to be giving away 2 tickets a week, I believe, into the event. But they're going to come back and get in more into the different categories. But Showtime made the announcement that each one is going to be $500 first place. That's right, you heard it, $500 first place. So if you're in the tri-state area and you want to put your skills to the test, or if you know of a barber or a hairstylist that just, say that they're the best, just can't stop talking, then come over there to the Concrete Jungle Hair Battle and get to talk and get to walking after you get to talking. All right, so that was whack right there. I stuttered right there. I usually don't. And we had co-founder of the Long Island Barber Institute, now known as Barber and Beauty Institute of New York, Chris Felder. And definitely like to say salute him. He had a lot of support, a lot of phone calls came in for Chris Felder. And it's just great to see that, you know, even students that graduated were calling in. I actually ran into two of them. I ran into one at the beach yesterday, and one of them work at my establishment that I work at. And it's just good to see that, again, you see that it is growing. We talked about growth, the different change of the names and the barbershop. No, it was Precision Barber Lounge, Prestige Hair Studio. Now even Long Island Barber Institute just changed its name to Barber and Beauty Institute of New York.
Yeah, because, you know, when you start looking at these things, everyone just says, like, barber. It's not just barber anymore. It's, you've got to be able to do whatever comes in your door, and, you know, whatever it is, you got to be, yeah, I could do that, and you got to be able to do it. It's not just, it's like, oh yeah, I'll give it a whirl, I'll try it out. But it's, you know, you've got so many stylists now coming in that are swapping from being the stylist hair salon and jumping into the barbershop world now. So it's beautiful now. Definitely.
And we have Sean Condon in studio. He's actually co-hosting the event, co-hosting the show tonight. You can find him on Instagram, local.salon.marketing.sean. There's a lot of dots there.
Yeah, you know, well, you know, when you start putting your IG names together, you start looking at blending it all together, one big word. And, you know, local salon marketing isn't a big deal, but when you start putting other words together without a separation, you don't know where they're going to break the words up. So that's why.
Well, you know, on IG, you can just have your name, Sean Condon, and then underneath it, local salon marketing. And
right.
Then anytime they look you up, that comes up in bold black letters.
Oh, sure. You know, I'm just trying to do ways of, you know, getting your marketing and your name into the top. Because sometimes you'll see stuff like, you know, just grooming products. It's like, okay, great, but who are they? So if you put your name in there as well, it kind of builds a little more on the search engines.
Yes, and so I mentioned earlier in the beginning that we're going to be having Rich Smash Payne calling in from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, but he's in Houston. He's all over the place. His IG handle is Smash the Legend, and he used to be known as Captain Smash. So we get to talk about rebranding himself. He kept the Smash. Smash City, I know that was the name of his establishment,
right.
So we get to go. And we have a guest in here tonight doing some art. Let's get that camera on. He's doing some in-studio hair art right here, so he's going to be getting busy. He's on there.
He knows.
Salute. Yeah, he's on there right there. Now, here's the thing. Art, a lot of barbers or people who do hair that have the knack for, like, let's say pencil and paper art, I feel like they have the step up when it comes to doing hair, especially when it comes to like colors. And now you have the hairstylists who are taking that color knowledge of art into the field, and it's just becomes routine to them. Becomes very routine.
Check.
Yeah, you know what happens is,
Seth.
you know, the stuff is just so great that when you're looking at it, it's like instead of just conceptualizing things, they actually, you know, show you the picture, and, you know, if you're going to do your picture, it's at the hair you want, whatever it could be. It's just great that, you know, someone can give you a picture up front of what they're looking at doing, and that's one of the greatest things with some of the stuff that we see here. As you see, he's doing all kinds of great stuff. I'm staring at you there, trying to see what you're getting going there, but it's looking good. Ah, there we go. I'm just trying to figure out what we're doing tonight with the artwork. I can see what you got started. I can't wait to see the results. It's going to look really good.
It's Gio.
Oh, it's Gio.
We got
nice.
Gio. Yeah.
We got Gio on the canvas.
Gio about to. Yeah, Gio's putting it down. But just like I was saying, I'm sorry. I got the caller. Rich was supposed to call the studio. I thought Sefro had given the studio number. But he's called my cell phone, so let's see.
Yeah, you know, I actually try to chat with Rich Smash as much as possible, because, you know, when you look at what he's got going, he's got over like 180,000 followers on IG, and he's got, you know, some of the stuff that I really try to promote with the marketing. He's got the live stories going. He's got, you know, all this stuff. He's showing videos, and he's really showing that he's a person as well. It's not just a brand name that he hides behind. He's actually a real person. He's cutting hair in front of you as a live event. I know he's looking at doing some, IGTV as well if he hasn't even started yet. There's just so much stuff going on, and when we start talking about Instagrams and marketing of your stuff, it's just such a whole different world out there now that you've got great stuff going on. You've got
Oh, I believe that's him calling in right now.
caller. Are you
Hello?
there?
Hello, you're live on air with the ScissorSalute Show.
Man, what it do?
Hey, what's
What
going?
it do? And
What's-
congratulations on 5 years, dog. It's been 5 years.
5 years. And here's the thing now, when Smash called in, first show that we ever had, when he called in, I was talking to Seth, I was like, yo, this guy, we got to have him call into the show, this interview right here. I was like, yo, he has the haircut of 2013. It was like a flat top you did. And I remember Barbershop Connect was in the studio, and they were like, they were like, wow, we really like what you're doing. I was like, well, yo, look at this guy right here. He's like, oh, man, that haircut's crazy. I was like, yeah. He's like, yo, man, you should post him up.
Yeah.
Post him up because, Instagram came about. Everybody wanted to get on Barbershop Connect. Still want to get reposted on Barbershop Connect. I remember now Barbershop Connect at that time was maybe at 30,000. Wow. It was only at 30,000. When they posted,
I remember that.
When they posted your picture up, it got like 5,000, 6,000 likes. Wow. At 30,000. You can go on there right now. They have 1.2 million followers.
Right. Yeah.
And you will see maybe every 15th haircut maybe got 3,000 likes.
Yeah.
So it goes to show you. So if you're not familiar with Smash the Legend, he is a barber out of, Louisiana, but you went to Houston. Let's get right into that right there. Tell us about the change. How big of a move was that for you? And, what was the pros and cons to that?
It was a strategic move. I wanted to leave while I was on top in my city. That way I could build my legend the way I needed to. Because, if you move somewhere and you're falling off when you move somewhere, then people expect, they feel like you're running from wherever you're going. You're running from home, expecting something bigger. But if you leave while you're on top, you have people confused and they're trying to figure out, why would you leave while you're on top? I leave while I'm on top because, people only really speak on you when you're dead or you're gone or you're in jail. And it took for me to flight. It took for me to be gone. And I knew what it was going to do for the legend, the whole, building up the naming. It was just the timing and everything that I did it in. I knew what it was going to do. I knew people were going to be like, man, I used to know that dude. He used to cut my hair. Look at him doing this. Or I see him doing that. And the growth that it made, bro, it went from 100,000. I hit 100,000 this time last year. We're a week away from being a year living in Houston. It hit 100,000 last year this time. It went up 71,000 since then because of people speaking on me leaving while I was at the peak of my career back home.
Yeah, I see that. I seen you at BarberCon. I believe that was last year, not this year, but last year I seen you at BarberCon, and you won an award at BarberCon, no?
Yeah.
Which one was that you won at BarberCon?
That one was Best Neighborhood Barber.
Wow. So, I mean, listen, man, it's hard to get, salute to that, and it's hard to get that, there's so many people who do hair that are on IG. I mean, that's got to be a blessing. To me, I feel like it's the Grammys for barbers just to get the recognition, man. So, definitely.
I mean, just to be even noticed and have people even want to pay attention to some art that you do, I think it's humbling. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely.
To say the least.
Hey, Rich, this is Sean. I was just going to
Sean,
say.
what's up, man?
Let's
How
go.
you doing?
I'm doing
Good to hear from
good.
you, bro.
I know. I was so psyched when I found out you're going to be on the show today. It was like,
oh man,
it was like, wow,
Hey,
because
man,
we
get to talk to-
text all the time, and then it's
Out
like,
to the world, man.
it's like, this is wild. Yeah, and I was just laughing when you're talking about, you got the best neighborhood barber. You got 180,000 followers. That's a neighborhood. It's like,
Yeah, well, I look at
if
it.
you call the world a neighborhood, then that's what it'll be.
That's exactly right.
And the galaxy will be my playground.
Well, I see. Well, for the viewers that are watching, you had like a comic book theme on your page when it was Captain Smash. Now, let's get into the name. Now, when you moved, you switched it from Captain Smash to Smash the Legend?
Yeah, I did that because it was time. I felt like it was time for me to reinvent myself. When the whole Smash thing came about, it came about because of the shop. You know, I didn't want to name it like Uncle Earl's or Richard's Chop Shop or Richard's Haircut. I felt like we should name it as something that we do, which is smashing the city. You know, we smash the city wherever we at. And with it being that, you know, you kind of make it like it's a boat, like it's a ship. And I was the captain of the ship, so for a long time I was Captain Smash. But I kind of outgrew that. You know, it was time for a change. It was time for me to recreate myself. And I felt like it was time to start building into my legend. And that's what it became once it hit 100,000.
You know, one thing that I noticed last year, you had a design style where you'd keep the bottom part dark and the top part light. You started really experimenting with that a lot. How did
inverted part.
Yeah, how did you feel when you see others doing the same and basically, you know, doing your work and tagging you because they want you to see, like, yo, I love your design. I just, you know, you inspired me. I just did it, and they tag you. How does that feel to open up your IG page and see you getting tagged all over IG because people want you to see, you know, their version of what you did?
I think it's pretty dope. That's what I want to happen. Some people get mad and they start trying to compete with the people who post work. Honestly, I feel like when God makes you a creator, you're there to create. So, honestly, bro, it's there for the world to take. Like, how can the game evolve if nobody takes what you do? You're supposed to do that. Like, you're supposed to inspire others. And it's not for me to be out here trying to compete with each person who tags me in a picture to see if I can outdo them again. No, man, I'm the Michael Jordan of this. I'm going to put it out here for you, and y'all take that. Now it's time for me to go create more trends. We need this for the game to keep evolving.
You know what I was going to say, Rich, is that, you know, it's more of a compliment that they're following you that way because they're looking at what you've done.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's like, oh, wow. It's like, I've been trying to figure out how to do that for so long. Now someone's doing it. So now, you know, I could recreate or mirror what, you know, Rich has done. And it, like I said, it's a compliment that people are doing that for others.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man, and you're supposed to. I see some people actually get upset or, you know, when people either mimic or copy the work. Why? I mean, you put it out there for the world to see. If you don't share your gift, then, I mean, you die full, and you're supposed to leave this world empty. You're supposed to give everything that you know away. That's why he keeps us.
Yeah, you know,
that's why God keeps us. We're supposed to pass that on. Like everything that we learn and the things that we are able to create in our minds or the things that we learn along the way, then we pass that on. So I want more people to take the work.
That's it. It actually becomes like brand recognition because, you know, you as the influencer is what people know. And then when they see other people, they're going to be saying like, no, that's, I know that because I've seen, you know, Smash the Legends, you know, postings of that same style. So, like I said, it's great work, and we all appreciate all these innovative things that you guys do.
Now, Smash, you moved to Houston, and it almost seems like, I don't know if it, maybe because I'm over here and I'm just checking out IG, seems like right away you started cutting the basketball players. I see you cutting T-Mac, Chris Webber. You know, how did you Reggie Miller, how did you get that plug and what was the feeling like? I know you grew up watching them.
Honestly, bro, I think the timing was perfect. You know, a lot of guys, they'll come in and they'll ask me, you know, how did you know it was the right time to move? How did you know? I think I want to do this. I think I want to do that. Like I said before, you don't leave when your gas tank is on E, you know, and you're trying to figure out how you gonna build your career from off of E. You keep going consistently, and then when you get ready to move to wherever you're going to, the energies that you push off is going to attract those energies wherever you're at. So when you go to places and you meet these new people, you meet them because y'all energy is along the same line. Like he may already be somewhere where I would like to be, or I look up to him, you know, because these players have reached different heights that we haven't yet reached yet, or, you know, you have to have your energies on the same highway as these people. Even if you haven't reached it yet, it's along the line. So you're bound to bump into these other energies, and it's like it's perfect time. Everything falls into place. You just have to consistently do what you do. Don't go looking for it. It'll come right to you. You just have to do your part, do your work, and always be that. Always be who you say you're going to be to the people, and it'll come to you. I didn't go just looking for these people. It just kind of came to me. And with T-Mac, that was a gift, bro. Like, I never watched the news in the morning. And I woke up one morning. We moved a week before Hurricane Harvey. And just so happened when we got back to Houston, from the flood dying down, I turn on the TV. I see T-Mac on there from his remote location at his home. And I'm like, well, damn, dude live in Houston. So I inboxed him. This goes to show you, too, closed mouths don't get fed, along with the consistency that you have. I ended up inboxing him. I was like, hey, man, it'll be an honor to cut you up. I've been following you for years, and I would love to give you the privilege to be able to sit in my chair, and I bless you with my work. And he hit me back about 45 minutes later, and the rest was history. And all these other people started coming along.
See, so that's it. So there was no hookup. There was no hookup. You took it upon yourself. We've talked about it 5 years on the show, 5 years doing the show. We talk about it a lot. Also, through the power of social media, a lot of people want to hashtag repost pages, which there's no problem with that. But I think they should. My advice to you, for those, I'm not saying I'm right or wrong. My advice is to hashtag the towns. Because you can always at the repost pages, but we always talked about atting people that you want to get attention to, such as celebrities. Smash took it another level and, DM'd him, and it worked out great. So you took matters into your own hand. That's it. I'm writing that down. That's going to be echoed on the echoed on the ScissorSalute Show for eternity. Now, another thing that had social media going, in our profession, going a little frenzy. It was a frenzy. And it definitely got me up out of bed real quick when I went through one of your posters with your price list up there.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I did a sit-up right up out of bed. On some great googly moogly. I mean,
so
let's get into the price in there. And this is obviously an app. You obviously use an app?
Yeah. It's connected to my website, thelegend.com.
Yeah, well, let's get right into that pricing, how you come up with these prices, and obviously it's working.
With my pricing, I had to learn that at some point in your life, you have to be so available to the point where you become unavailable. And we talked about this like 5 years ago, just trying to get people in, and you want to make sure that you're available, you're ready for everybody, right? But at the same time, you can't, I don't want to sound like I'm saying like a prostitute, but you don't want to hold yourself out. Like, meaning, you know how you go to work from this time to this time. If you make yourself available for everybody to get a piece of you, your value would never increase. If you actually have a true cutoff time for what you have, and you actually putting out good quality work, people are going to come and they're going to fill up those times. Well, guess what happens after they fill up those times? More people want to come. So when those people start coming, you have to start raising your prices because you can't allow everybody to be able to sit in your chair. If everybody can have a piece of you, then nobody will want you. So you have to raise those prices up to match the timing of what you feel like you're busy enough to do. So I don't just charge by the haircut. I charge by the minute. So I feel like if a haircut is 45 minutes, then I might charge $1.25 per minute for this service that I do. So not only do I do details in my work, I do details in my time and for my schedule too. So you're going to pay me for every bit of my time.
That's what I've heard is that, and of course, you've got the time in. So it's not like someone just showed up, just got their barbershop license and then they could charge this stuff. You got to have the following, you got to have the experience. I hear people talk about between $1 and $1.25, a minute for their services, and that's what this is where you should be, because you've got that time, you got the experience, you got the history, and people follow you and come to you, and so I see this as perfect.
Yes, I mean I
And
agree.
see, by not,
I agree with
ahead.
everything you're doing, because one of the things I notice about our profession, it's a lot of I seen you do it, it made me want to do it.
Right.
There's a lot of it. You had Pacino's, who seemed to be the first guy that made it work. And then there was a lot of people replicating what he did. Some people were actually just like straight copying it, like straight taking his flyers and redoing it. But
I'm so proud of that guy, bro.
Yeah, same
When I saw
here.
him, he gave me something to aspire to, and that's what I want to be for other people. Like we were talking about the designs and the haircut. I want to give you something to aspire to be like. Now, when I saw Pacino and he came out with the suits, I'm like, oh shit, this dude is like Diddy in the barber world. You know what I'm saying? Like I was a young cat and I saw it and I thought it was super dope. But what I think some people got wrong, they thought that they were supposed to try to take his whole image and try to mimic exactly everything.
So you've seen it too, then.
Man, each person born has their own vision. What this person is showing you is take your vision and you enhance your vision. You work in your vision. You work in your steps that's already laid out for you, and you make things happen. And whatever you're supposed to be, it'll turn out that way. You can't take somebody else's style or somebody else's swag. You can learn from it. You can act like it's gumbo, and you can take certain things from here and there and put it into what your own vision is to make you blossom into some completely different creation. But you can't just take his vibe and figure, you know what, I'm going to get paid just like him. No, what a work it that supports what you're trying to charge. See, I feel like... Go ahead.
No, I hear you. I mean, you seen Get Rich around that same time, where, not mentioning no names, that same barber took his flyer. Get Rich took it to social media and started putting the guy on blast. But no, I agree with what you're saying about, do your own thing. Don't straight steal it. But I feel like what you're doing there with the price list and just the way you're talking right here, which I know 2019's coming up. I already see it. Smash the Legend Tour, where not only are you going to be showing people how to sharpen their skills, but you're going to be showing people and opening up a new world about time and the value of time. And it can be done. And another thing, one of your posts that I love is every time you level up, it demands a different you. I say that a lot on the show and at the shop, where it's just like, oh man, you changed. Well, listen, to go somewhere, I changed. You're just still the same. Yeah. You're still in the same place where you were last seen. You know a mistake I feel like people make. They don't allow themselves to change. They feel like they have to be what everybody else expects them to be. But how can you be what everybody else expects you to be when you're still learning who you are? So, like, I feel like even with after hours, right? Most people tell people prices for after hours. If somebody say, well, hey, Eli, you know what? Oh, man, I want to try to get you. I know you booked. I know I was supposed to jump on the books like you told me to, but I didn't do it. So what's your after hours fee? So you look them up and down, and you try to tell them a price that they can afford that won't break them. Wrong. When somebody does that, they're going to keep doing it if you give them a number. Because once they pay for it, they're going to come back again, and they're going to do that same after hours thing. And you're going to feel played because you didn't tell them the value of what you felt like your time was really worth. You know what you have to tell a person who comes to you and they want their after hour price? You have to give them a number that you are uncomfortable saying. Because once you can give them a number that you are uncomfortable saying, and then they say, okay, then you're like, okay, I'm going in the right direction.
Then you are comfortable with that number.
You're able to start seeing what you are actually worth.
Oh, Smash, I agree with you. I mean, if you ever was to come out to Jedi Barbershop, they'll let you know I'm the dream shatterer. I'm the dream shatterer, because if I got to get into the shop before time, and this goes back to 90, I started cutting in 99, but that was the policy back in 96. Before hours, after hours, the price change was different. Yeah. Now, of course, we brought it up, and then every hour that I'm staying there, I'm hitting you even harder. It goes up. It's hitting you even harder.
Exactly.
So I've had people call up and be like, oh, well, you know, I'm just checking out, and be like, well, listen, you might want to check that barbershop that you're at right now. You might want to step in there and get your hair cut, because if I'm staying here, and I give them the number, and they're just like, whoa, for real, for a haircut? I'm like, bro, you're at that shop.
Or you're 1 minute into the new time. But I'm only 1 minute over. It's
Step right up in there. Step right up in there. Get that haircut for $15. And if I get another call in 20 minutes, then it's going to be even more expensive, because I'm not going to fix your haircut for half price. I'm still, as soon as the buzzers turn on, it's game time. But
you know what's crazy?
Go ahead, Smash.
When people say that it's just a haircut, you know how you used to, when you would send me the videos of your little one when he's, out there balling, like, it's uncomfortable for me. You're making me uncomfortable having to stay and catch you, because, you say I'm giving you an uncomfortable number. But do you know how uncomfortable it is for me to have to tell my child when I got to go to their football practice, a dance recital, or anything like that, how uncomfortable it is for me to tell them why I had to be late to it? Because I chose money over them?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be tough.
No, I'm right there with you, man. We say it all the time, man. Listen, if you gonna pay, I'ma stay. If not, I'm on my way. Because, listen, I'll give them a price, and they'll be like, well, I'll be like, that price is going to shut wifey up.
That's right.
Right there, all arguments and everything's done. That price right there, they're going to be like, okay, we're good. But you're smashed. You're absolutely right. I love the way your page is going. Your work is always on point. I definitely see that, it's to me, as far as you come, it's just the beginning. Because I did see you on the flyer with Lena Piccinini. I think it was Rob the Original, Stay Gold, Pacino's on a flyer of, what was that? I know you've seen it, no? What was that about? An award show?
For Premiere?
Yes.
That's Premiere Philadelphia. I thought that was one of the most humbling moments for me. To see, for them to say that they had a discussion and I was one of the ones that they brought into it. Because people have to remind me at times, how far I've actually come with it. Because I like to remain connected with the people. Like, it's cool cutting celebs, but I love my everyday people. Like, these are my people who I have conversations with every day. So I try not to change as far as with my heart and where my heart stays with what I do. But just to know that it's growing so much that people everywhere want a part of it, man, that's just, it's humbling, man. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, sure.
Man.
I was just going to say, I did an interview on Friday with Ashley Hubbard. She's the Red Hot Stylist on Instagram. And she was like, she loves being the influencer, doing all these different education stuff, but she loves her clients just as much. So she has to work around.
Man, yes, indeed.
And that's what it is. It's like, it's great to, go from Connecticut to Philadelphia, then to San Diego and Washington, and then come back. But, she doesn't want to disappoint her clients that she's had for all these years that, started when she was, just an up-and-coming person, and now that she's got all the notoriety. And it's like, and that's what you got to do. You got to figure out how to balance, your shop work plus the education and the notoriety that you're getting now as an influencer. It's got to be tough, juggling all this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you have this words out of Showtime C's mouth. My clients are my celebrities, and then you take One Bad Mother cut up from Florida. She was educating, doing a lot of touring, and then she needed some family time. And when she came back, she realized that how low her books were. She used to be booked out 2 or 3 months in advance, and when she came back, it wasn't like that. So it's definitely about finding the balance. But to see Smash up there on that billboard, and it was someone who took a picture and was like, hey, it's Lena Piccinini, and they tagged her, and I was like, man, it's Smash. Look at Smash.
That's
up
only
there.
one of the 4. Come on, you gotta have...
But you know what?
I'm gonna
to
tell
me,
you, bro.
Go ahead, brother.
You did something for me a while back, man. When you first started this show, and you hit me up and you said, man, we wanna interview you. We have our show, it's a ScissorSalute Show, and we want to interview you. Bro, to be from Louisiana and get a call from a cat that's from New York, the fastest place in America, and tell you that they're interested in something that you do. You know, you live in Cajun. Like, this is your Cajun lifestyle. Like, this is what you do back home. Like, you cut and you eating crawfish. Like, that's cool. And football, like, that's all you do. So for you to call me back then because you saw something in, I mean, I thank you and I appreciate you again, because it was a humbling moment for me, but it let me know how many different avenues and different aspects of whatever in this grind that I can actually reach. Because if I'm talking to a brother from New York and I had never even been to New York at that point in time, it was like, damn, you know, this can really go somewhere major. Like, this is on the rise to be something like beautiful. And I didn't really want to leave my people back home, but I had to realize, you know what, when God give you a calling, bro, sometimes you just have to stop doing what you're doing and take heed to that calling that he give you. And I realized I couldn't be afraid to walk away from what I walked away from back home, because, yeah, you leave the people that you have back home, but you put them in good hands. Like, I was directing them to who I felt best suited and which barber could take care of them, which, you know, who would be able to take care of them. My military-based clients, if I have a military-type barber, then I want him to cater to them. But it was time for me to go into my new level. Because if you wait and you stay, you could be hindering yourself from going into your new level. Not saying that you're too good for the people back, you know, that you had back home, but sometimes you have to leave so it can open up the doorway for some other barbers behind you to be able to come and cut those people. They're going to take care of them on that old level that you used to be on. You have people waiting on you at this new level. Just like when you said when I got here, it just took off. You have people here waiting for you on your next level that you have to take care of. But you have to finally get yourself out of that comfort place and put yourself into that new place where these other people on this higher level are ready for you. And who's to say that this is the last stop? You don't know. You just have to listen whenever you start getting those little signs of that, you know, those different joints, you know.
Yeah. So Rich, what made you decide on Houston?
So I kind of picked three places. It was Houston, Atlanta, and LA. And Atlanta, I love Atlanta, but the market is like super saturated with a lot of the hair game, and then just everything. It's a whole bunch of trade. It's kind of like the same thing of what you do. Not saying it won't stand out, but it's just a whole bunch of it in that area. It's a smaller, more concentrated area. Then you have LA. LA is dope, but I didn't really want to raise my kids in LA.
Right.
Coming from where we come from to jumping out there, it was super, super busy. And Houston, like the fourth largest city, I get the perfect amount of country and I get the perfect amount of city. Houston has the same amount of people as the whole state of Louisiana. And, you know, it's just big. So why not go here? And because I hadn't even heard of, I didn't really know of anybody who really just stood out from Houston. If you go to New York, you know certain people to look up, or LA, or all these different places. But I didn't really know of a premier barber in Houston. I'm like, you know what? I can go there and I can turn it into wherever I want to be my stomping ground. Like, I can make that my stomping ground, or wherever I decide to go. But Houston was the most comfortable for me. I ain't gonna say comfortable. It was the most reasonable. I'm right next to Louisiana. And instead of me, when I get ready to come back and visit my parents, I didn't have to fly all my kids back home. I could actually just drive back to Louisiana.
I'll tell you this much, just to let you know, there was a barber that from H-Town that used to cut hair at Uncle Philly's, and we showed him the New York style of cutting hair. You know, another thing that we did there at the shop was give him a format, show him the format of half-hour haircuts. You know, 15 minutes, half hour, 45 minutes, hour. We, you know, was letting him know. He moved back to Texas, got into HVAC, but he was always cutting hair.
Yeah.
But soon as you moved to Houston, he picked his clippers up and is now cutting hair. And he said, I think he's determined to come and cut at your establishment. Right now, he's on a mission to get his skills up.
I've been getting a lot of people DMing me and emailing me, asking me when was the shop going to open. They're ready to move from wherever state they live in to come cut with me. So I'm not really, I haven't set a date on when I'm going to open my new establishment. I don't really know that right now. I've been a shop owner since 24. I'm 32 now. So being in this suite by myself, I've actually felt myself grow. So I'm having fun right now without the responsibility of having a shop. Because a lot of people are super excited about having a shop, but they don't really understand what comes with it. See, my shop back home, I love my shop to death, but bro, it's a lot of work in having a shop. You don't really get to just dabble in your creative quiet zone like you could in the studio versus in the shop. And I've been finding myself growing in my studio, so I'm not really ready to take on the responsibility of having a shop just yet. It'll be coming, but not yet.
No, I agree.
I was just gonna say, one of the things that, when I'm out there talking to people or at the shops and talk about my marketing and all, all these people just figure, I cut hair, I'm gonna open up my own shop like next year. It's like, you don't even know accounting, you don't even know books, and so take your time and learn the stuff first. I mean, and of course you're gonna hire out someone to do your accounting stuff or the payroll or whatever it could be, but it's like you don't just jump from renting a chair at someone else's shop to all of a sudden own you. You got to really know the business.
I'll tell you this much, for any barber who's thinking about opening up a barbershop, if you're watching this right now, whatever you open up a studio or lounge, just want you to remember one thing. When you leave that shop, make sure that you're cleaning up after yourself. When you leave the shop that you work at right now, make sure you clean up after yourself. Make sure you pay that owner on time, because when you become an owner, get ready. That's one of the reasons why I don't own an establishment, well, a barbershop, because if I open up something, it's going to be a place of business, an establishment. And, it's not going to be a dictatorship, but it's going to be, I'm not going to get hit with the, I pay you rent, I should be able to come and go. No, there's the door.
Yeah.
You're gone. We're good. I don't need that. But I'm glad to see that you're doing your thing with the studio. Again, ScissorSalute on everything that you've worked so hard for, and you're working towards it. I'm letting you know that it's going to be constantly said that, you took it upon yourself to go out and get it. You're a go-getter. You're not sitting there waiting on some, I deserve, it should be me, I should be.
Why isn't it me?
Yeah, a lot of that stuff is happening in the profession, and I feel like, people just got to take matters into their own hand and man up. But Smash, thank you so much for calling in. We wish you the best of luck. Before we let you go, please let everybody know how they can get in contact with you and all your social media information that you'd like to share with us. Please do so now. The stage is yours. Is Sean, you want to say anything before?
All I wanted to say is glad to talk to you today, of course. And I'm always laughing because I saw the pictures of Reggie Miller in your chair, and then the playoffs are on and he's out there on TV, and it's like, dude, that was with Rich, and it was like he got the cut. That was good stuff, man.
So let everybody know how they can get in contact with you and all your social media information that you'd like to share with us. Please do so now. Any events that you're gonna be at, go ahead. The stage is yours.
You can check me out at smashthelegend.com. I mean, Smash the Legend on Instagram, or you can visit www.thelegend.com to book your appointments or purchase the items. You will find some Simple Man on there. It's time for me to re-up, Shane.
Yeah, I know.
And you can catch me at the premiere event in Philadelphia this September. It's about to go down. And I hope that I'm around for the 25th anniversary of the ScissorSalute Show.
Oh, thank you, man. We appreciate that, and we wish you nothing but the best.
Same to y'all, man. Much love.
Much love.
Love, man.
Okay, now, Sean, you see the profession growing. There's been a couple posts that I wanted to talk about. And usually, all the previous years, I step back. And I was actually going to leave a comment on this post that I seen, but I chose not to. I said, you know what? We have the show.
Yep.
I've been noticing a lot of people, and I'm not going to mention names.
No names.
But I want them to mention names.
Yeah.
They keep on talking about barbers. Okay, they keep on talking about people that do hair and they have 100,000 followers and they Photoshop and judge battles.
Yeah.
For all the people who are saying the Photoshop, barbers who Photoshop, I want them to start naming names.
Yeah.
I want them to be like, these are the barbers that are using Photoshop.
Yeah, and I always love the ones that say no filter. You know there's a filter on.
To me, I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you want to use Photoshop, it's your page.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want to do. I can advise you and say, hey, don't put yourself having too much fun up there. You don't want to be putting, popping bottles. That's just my advice. But if you're going to, I can't tell you how to run your page and how you feed your family. Because if you're using Photoshop and guess what, it's generating a following and it's generating traffic into your chair, so be it. But one thing I can't stand is people saying, oh, this person uses enhancements, this person uses enhancements. Oh, you're not mentioning names. You're saying barbers using enhancements.
I got
Mention the name.
Yeah.
Just go out. That's it. Press the button, write their name, tag them. Do a IG live with them. Talk to them. Talk it out. Everyone talks about support, but no one really wants to show the support. We're still over here dry snitching, like dry bashing each other. Like you're bashing people, but you're somewhat like subliminally bashing them, not just coming out and saying it. Meanwhile, just come out and say it. Don't sit there and be on some old, I'm here to support the profession, support everybody, and next thing you know, your next post, you're bashing people that are using Photoshop or whatever, saying it's not right because these new barbers can't tell if it's Photoshop. What? You mean to tell me someone can't tell if it's... Now you're speaking for them? I just want more consistency. That's it. I'm not here to tell you, I don't have all the answers, Sway. I don't have all the answers. I don't. But it's enough. If you're gonna support the profession, support the profession. That's it. Don't support it and just do some more subliminal calling people out and stuff on the low. Call them out, tag them. Hey, you know what? I want to dress you. There's only like one person who did that, and that's like E-Dub. E-Dub that dude.
Yeah. It's one of the things that I notice a lot, and I talk about it a lot when I'm talking to people. It's, you could have, 200,000 followers, but how many are close enough to sit in your chair, So it's like, there's two different worlds when it comes to IG, social media, and it's, it's like, do you want to have more of your following the people that appreciate you and sit in your chair, or is it, do you want, just the notoriety and to show, I got 120,000 followers, but it's all because.
But that's, to me, I feel like that's the profession has evolved to that, where the following. If you want 100,000 followers, so be it. Go get the 100,000 followers. You can't say he got 100,000 followers and he's not making money, because anybody who is setting goals to get that following, I'm pretty sure is doing okay in the shop. I mean, I have yet to see a barber that has a crazy following with some dookie skills, with skills that are not up to par, that aren't good. Of course, there's barbers that are ridiculous skills and their following and is up there because maybe they're not focused on their following like that. Maybe they're just more focused on reality. They don't care about social media. But to sit there and say, "Oh, this person got this much followers and he's not making money," you're out of your mind.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is that they're actually going more for, instead of in their chair, they're looking more to be the educators, the influencers. They want to be the ones that. That Premier calls and says, I've got an opening for an educator in the Orlando show or BarberCon. So it's really, they're looking for, leaving the chair to go out and actually make money.
Oh, I agree with you. We've talked about it here on the show for years. For years. Again, I don't have the answers. But I feel if you're going to go out and spend $1,200 on these nice expensive cameras to take pictures to get your following up, which is a great idea, then what you should do is set up that camera, record yourself, and let these companies know your value, what you have to offer, why you should work for these companies, and go out and get it. Just as Smash got, went out and got it.
Yeah.
He went out and hit up T-Mac and was like, yo, I want to cut your hair. He went out and did it. So you can't be sitting there. I told you, the professor for the past couple of years with this Babylist, Babyliss got everybody, people dressed in suits waiting by the phone. Like, honey, what are you doing? Oh no, I'm waiting for Babyliss. It's draft day. It's draft day. This is the time of year the Babyliss recruit barbers. No, you got to go out and get it. A lot of those barbers were tagging Babyliss, letting them know, hey, this is what I have. They had credentials. Now, if you feel like, you know what, I am nice enough like that. I speak the proper hair language, because you're not going to be able to educate. Like, I would have to, for me, I've taught people how to cut hair, but I have I am who I am.
Right.
But for me to get up there on stage, I have to learn the occipital bone and parietal ridge and the hair language, the universal. You can't get up there and be like, and when you start fading, the bump on the back of the head. You don't want the taper to go high. No, you're gonna have to be universal.
Right.
So whether you're talking, your demeanor has to change. You're gonna have to be acceptable, universal. Like, if someone from around the way, and someone from the countryside, or somebody from the city, or someone from the rural area, if they're all in that education forum, and you have that platform, are you gonna be able to relate to all of them?
Right.
Are they all gonna be able to take from you? So that's just my advice. Take the camera, record yourself cutting hair, and let them know your true value, what you have to offer for this company. And for the people that are out there bilingual, I suggest you do it in the languages that you know. If you know 3 languages, then guess what? Let them know that you speak 3 different languages. Don't hold back. But it's not gonna come to you. You record it, you send it to every company. You send. You invested on that $1,200, then pretty sure with social media, you put up, hey, does anybody know how to do editing?
Right.
And you spend the money on the editing, proper editing, a little bit of music in the background. And hey, my name is Eli. I'm from Long Island, New York. I've been a barber for, you let them know. You let these companies know. Or you could do with, I always forget his name. But he went to the CT Barber Expo last year. Yep. And he wanted to be an educator for clubmen.
Okay.
So what'd he do? He seen that clubmen needed models to get their haircut.
Yeah.
So he went and got his haircut at the booth. While he was in the chair, he asked the guy, he showed him his work, and was like,
right.
how do I become an educator? Keep the cape, the clubman cape, and every time you post, LA, can we go back to the artwork? I'm pretty sure they're going to want to see that artwork instead of me and Sean.
What?
So the gentleman told him, anytime you post a haircut, tag him, DM them,
right.
And that's exactly what he did. And the week before, he came off the plane, and then from the clubman camp, because he went there for a week for education, flew out here and was on the show.
Nice.
But he was on the show. Cephro schedules people out months in advance. So all that stuff. All this stuff wasn't new, but it's not going to happen when you waiting by the phone or sitting on IG going, yo, I got John Blaze. I'm better than this guy.
Yeah.
That should be me.
Yeah. And it comes down to the same thing. You just can't do the same thing everyone else is doing. And that's why doing the video is so crucial to proving that you're not that same guy that just slides a piece of paper across with your resume stuff on there, saying, oh yeah, check me out. Look at all this stuff I got on this piece of paper. Yeah, but can you talk in front of people? Can you do this? And that's why if you can get in front of a camera, and like you were saying, it's, you go on to some of these spots and you could have people do your video editing, because it's a short video. They could do it for like $20 if you go on to some of these places like Fiverr and all these other places online. That's what they want to do. They want to do this for you real quick. And then you just, all of a sudden, you put a quick intro on the thing, you talk, you give them all your information, it's all sitting out there, and then you can just blast that to everyone. So it's not just the same old, it's just another letter on some guy's desk. I'll just put it in a pile over here. It's like, no, this is a different person. They know how to get my attention.
Yeah, so, for instance, I got two barbers that have been here on the show a couple towns over for me. Love them. ScissorSalute Para Cuts and Juanito. They brought up a company to me and it was talking. I said, you guys just need to keep tagging them. We do. Then just keep doing it. Relentlessly tag them. You're on your IG stories. You're doing your work. Tag him, tag him, tag him, tag him, tag him, tag him, tag him. I said I knew the guy. I know this guy's number.
Yeah.
I have him. I was just talking to him the other day.
Yeah.
They didn't want it. No. They want to work for it.
Yeah, which is good.
Which is
Which
great.
shows that they got the hustle.
I
and they wanna do it the
still
right way.
might call the guy.
That's it.
I still might call him and
Throw
be like, yo,
the
check
call.
I definitely might have to because I feel Bodisek Cuts, he's over there at King of Blades Barbershop. This guy is just amazing.
Really nice.
He does braids and fades.
Okay.
He took it upon himself. His story goes, he just got sick of sending money out of his chair. It started like really counting up, like it started really bothering him. So here he is, a barber of, I don't even know, 2 years. Goes to YouTube, started cutting hair because his brother cut hair. Goes to YouTube, starts seeing braiding videos, and taught himself how to braid.
Wow.
Now, when I seen him do a braid, I believe it was like a year and a half ago, I seen him do a braid at an event. I was like, wow, this is really nice and clean.
Yeah.
Then he braided somebody with blonde hair, blonde stringy hair. And he's hitting this guy with such tiny braids. I'm like, what's going on here? This is crazy. But recently he linked up with one of our favorite braiders, Gingy. She's at a well-connected in another shop, well-connected in the Lower East Side, but she's also in the Bronx as well. But I seen that they work together, so braid recognized braid.
Yeah.
And so it's got to be good. So I might be putting a phone call in for him. I might have to. Not saying that, it is what it is. It's just sometimes you want to work for it, but sometimes it doesn't help. So doesn't hurt to help others. And that's what we've been doing here on the ScissorSalute Show for the past 5 years. And if you are watching the program right now and would like to show some support, press that share button. Others that are interested in showcasing on the show, advertising with us, or booking us for a next event, very simple. You can email us, ScissorSalute@yahoo.com, and we'll get back to you in the order that the email's received. Now, we do have Sean here in the studio. I believe we're supposed to be getting a phone call in. I'm not sure. Seth, we getting a phone call? Or we're just going to go and let the chain off of Sean. Take the...
I've been holding back.
Are we going to take the chain off of Sean and just...
Let's go to the WhatsApp and the questions for the lineup and the double straight races.
Oh, hold up. Again, you're watching a live program of the ScissorSalute show that was made, the brand was made to bring barbers and hairstylists together, because although we're in the same profession, there seems to be some distance, and we're here to narrow the gap, and hairstylists as well. Okay, so, Seth, what's up with these questions here? Oh, this is for the tickets. Seth, these are for the tickets? So I'm going over all these questions?
Yeah, you could ask whichever ones you want to answer, I guess, or ask ones that you want to leave.
Okay, so here goes. I'm gonna go random. You know what? I'm gonna let Sean pick one.
Picking questions.
I'm gonna let Sean pick the question, and that's gonna be the question. Seth, I don't know if you're gonna want to record this so you can put this on social media.
All right. So let's go with this question right here. What are the two main ways barbers and stylists contribute financially to their shops?
Say it again one more time.
What are the two main ways barbers and stylists contribute financially to their shops?
Ooh, so if you answer that question correctly on this video, or you answer that question correctly, and pretty sure there's going to be a lot of people answering it correctly, and we see it, we pick you, you get 2 tickets to the Concrete Jungle Hair Battle on September 23rd. That's going to be in Brooklyn, New York. So it's going to be in New York City, but out in the borough of Brooklyn right there. So again, the question is, what are 2 main ways barbers and stylists contribute financially to their shops? So you let us know the answers, the 2 ways, and yeah, if we pick you, you get 2 tickets. Again, September 23rd, the Only Culture Barber Battle, Concrete Jungle Hair Battle. For more information, you can go to the Lineup Inc. on Instagram. You can DM them and ask questions, or you can go to AA Straight Razors. You can DM and ask questions, or go to ConcreteJungleHairBattle.com for more information. If you are interested in competing, vending, or simply attending, go to ConcreteJungleHairBattle.com. Or if you missed everything, you could always DM us at ScissorSalute Show on Instagram, and we'll lead you in the right direction. We'll show you. We'll point to you to go into the right direction to answer all your questions.
It's so wild how the barber battles have just, evolved and become so mainstream. I was talking to Lisi Lady Barber about 2 weeks ago because she was on Cedric's barber battle and she won.
Yep, ScissorSalute affiliate right there, ScissorSalute sister.
And now it's just like, the TV thing kind of took it from that level, and now you can find them everywhere. It's not just, television is the only way that you can get out there anymore. It's the battles could be anywhere.
Well, do you know Lisi's story, right?
Yes.
Like, she came on the show, I believe, 5 years ago.
Oh, okay.
She was on the show. And do you want to talk about dedication? If Cephro can be mic'd up. We got hit with a snowstorm.
Oh, no way.
We got hit with a snowstorm. Her and Brian from Manhattan. Brian Official. Man, he's got a pretty long name. But they both came to the show. And Lisi, basically, she was one of them wall barbers. She was in the trenches. She went to competitions. She invested in money and flew here and flew there. And, again, another example of a go-getter. And now she's a Paul Mitchell educator, and she does the Hair Palooza. She does a couple of events, and she is basically giving back to the community, to the hair community through education. And salute to her, because during the hurricane in Puerto Rico, she was hurt. She was really hurt, and she was doing as much as she can to contribute to her our native country. And Lisi Lady Barber, salute. And I'm very excited that you're talking to all these people in the profession.
Yeah, I'm really trying to get myself more involved in, talking to the influencers. So I'm working on, like for instance, like I was saying, anyone that's local, I'm trying to do like interviews with them. Actually, while I'm sitting in the chair getting my hair cut from them, and asking them, not just your traditional, where did you get started? What are your goals? So I started off with that. Of course, Lisi's in Phoenix right now, or Houston, San Antonio, I believe she is right now, working. And so, of course, that's a Skype call or a Zoom call. So we're going back and forth, and it was just amazing that it was supposed to be like a half-hour conversation. I had to shut it down at like an hour and 15 minutes because it just flew, and it was like such a flow. It was just perfect, and just listening to her story, it was just unbelievable.
Now, are you scissor saluting on there?
I'm going to start doing that.
Yeah, right, because a lot of people now, there's one thing about the Scissor Salute. Yes, we made it, and we protected it. We registered Scissor Salute to Cephro, New York Queen. It became officially registered, I believe, about almost a year ago. Don't be scared to use the Scissor Salute gesture. It's a gesture, it's a greeting, it's a compliment. If you're watching right now and you do a podcast, by all means, use the Scissor Salute. Oh man, that's their thing. No, it's not our thing. It's the profession thing. Yes, we have a show called the ScissorSalute Show, but don't be scared to say if you're interviewing somebody and Scissor Salute, well, Scissor Salute to that, and then you can explain to them, be like, no, the Scissor Salute is for the profession. It's for the profession to use. It's one thing that can, bring unity. I feel like it's one of the things, it's the main vein. We are the heart to bring the unity into this profession is through the Scissor Salute, because that's one thing that everybody can relate to. Yes, we know we use shears, okay? If you're watching like, well, we use shears. Yeah, okay. I know this already. That's my words and my Yankee fitted and my Timberland boots for my buzzers, clippers, and shears, man. We Scissor Salute. You heard it right there, man. Bring you the truth. So just we know what's going on here, as far as the whole shares things, but Sean, you're more than welcome to use the ScissorSalute when you're interviewing anybody in this profession.
And that's good to know, because like you were just saying, I don't want to be doing something without first, having you guys acknowledge that I'm going to do it.
Here goes the thing, Sean. This is one thing. Someone will come on a show, and it's ScissorSalute.
Yeah.
They'll see us at an event. Oh, Eli, ScissorSalute. And I'm like, yes, ScissorSalute. And then they get on IG, they get a gift from somebody, and they use SO. SO to, no. You were just on the show yesterday. We just took a picture. We ScissorSaluted, man. Don't do that, man. Okay. I'm done saying what I have to say. So, Sean, what's let me ask you a couple questions before you start talking. Yeah. So, what is the name of? How can people see the interviews that you do? Are you doing it via podcast? Or?
So, I got a brand new YouTube channel that's coming out September 1st.
Okay.
It's gonna be called What's the Buzz?
Okay.
So so right now I'm in the editing of Lisi's, and I got, like I said, Ashley's. I'm working on doing interviews along with Instagram marketing, online marketing, talking about ways to get yourself recognized online to bring in more people to your chairs. So it's going to be tips and tricks and interviews through the YouTube channel called What's the Buzz. I'm also going to convert any of the videos into a podcast, same name, through iTunes. So it's all like my summertime goal of getting it all done. I've got people lined up. I've got, like I said, I got Lisi Smash that we were just talking to. He's one of my guys that I'm going to interview soon. We actually have some of my Simple Man products in his shop right now, which is great. I got. I've been talking to Lena Piccinini. Yeah, I always get her name wrong because I keep saying Pacino.
Well, don't get her name mixed up.
No, I'm not going to do it when I'm talking about it.
She Italian, Puerto Rican, ain't gonna want to do that.
I'm not going to do that.
She's
a great person.
She's a great person. She's been on the show before. We've had a chance to interview her, and again, it's just another example of putting yourself at the right place, the right time. People thinking, because of her looks, well, she knows how to cut hair really good, but she took it upon herself. When Pacino's did his class in 2013, she took it upon herself to go there.
Oh, yeah.
And meet Pacino's, and that's why I actually met her. I met Showtime there. I met See the Barber. I met a lot of barbers, and everybody was basically, looking for the same thing. But I have a question. Question to you, because you just said bring more traffic to your online so you can bring more traffic to your chair. Right. So you agree the greater following, the greater revenue you can bring. Remember, more revenue.
There's more than just one place for traffic than Instagram.
Correct.
So online, we're talking about making sure you're found on search engines.
Right.
So it's citations. One of the things that I just started doing also with my business is doing audits of local barbershops and salons. So that one of the things I find out, like for instance, I've been working with a shop in Boston, and I put in their name. I don't get it. I put in their street. I wasn't getting it. So I couldn't figure out what was going on, and it was just that, there just wasn't, the people, the barbers and the stylists, they're all about their trade, their talent, and I get that. But now it's like, how do you turn your talent that people can find you also and share that talent with someone coming in to get their cuts? So it's about getting on Google and getting into the Google Maps, and there's a whole other world out there that
so you're ready to open the eyes.
Oh, absolutely.
Open the eyes to the profession that might be really leaning heavy on social media, not knowing that there is, as I said earlier, the fuel, the engine that is fueling right now the profession seems to be social media, but you're on some old hold up. It's a bigger picture to this.
Oh, yeah.
So it's great to see that, and I definitely agree with you as far as the social media aspect, but yes, the Google is big. Now, a question, because I know the owner of my establishment wants to talk to you.
Yep.
Now, he keeps on getting a call from Google, and they're saying pay us $300. Now, do you have to pay Google, or this should be done for free?
There is no charge for Google. It's
You heard it, people.
It's a free
If
listing.
you're getting a phone call at your establishment because you know you're going to, oh, can I please speak to the manager? Yeah, and then you just hand the phone off. So people, listen close again, Sean. Say
Right.
one more time.
So here's the thing. To get listed on Google, there's no charge. What Google is trying to do, along with everyone else out there, they're trying to say, oh, sure, I can make you found at the top of the list on Google, because it's really what's called search engine optimization. And you're putting out, just because your name is Johnny the Barbershop, it doesn't mean that when someone puts in barbershops, you're going to be the first one. Because we all know how many shops there are, even around the corner from each other.
Oh, yeah.
So there's got to be a way that, you're found with using, different keywords, different long trail words they're called. So they're like phrases that will come up. Like, for instance, the new thing now with Google is they've changed around their search policies, where if I'm sitting here and I type in barbershop, it's going to know my location, and it's going to give me the barbershops within my local area. So before, it was like if you put in barbershop, it could be the guy in Los Angeles, if you're in New York, that comes up first because he knew what he was doing. So there's all these things that are happening right now that, there's, if you've seen the Google, you type in, barbershops near me, Google comes up with what's called the Google map, and there's 3 names in there now. And then there's more places under it that aren't part of that first listing. So if you're not in that first 3 and you're trying to, like, a new customer's coming in, it's like, okay, I'm looking for a cut, I'm in town, I want to type this in. They're going to go to one of those 3 shops on the top. If they don't have their loyalty, a brand new person in town, they're trying to figure out where to go. So you want to make sure you're there. And that's where, salon marketing, as myself, get involved. And it's more of a passion for me because I know how barbershops work. I know how salons work. They don't make the money like the plastic surgeons. They're not going to be the ones saying, oh, I'll give you, these big dollars each month and just do what you do. So I get that, and that's why, I offer my services. If people DM me on Instagram, I do what I can over the DM, saying, you need to change this, you need to do this, and I help out.
Well, what is the fee? Let's get right to it. What is your fee?
So, depending on what is needed to be done.
I want the platinum package. What is the platinum package?
So the platinum package is, I charge $80 an hour for plastic surgeons in medical fields.
Right.
When I get into working with salons and barbershops, I go half price with that, and it's only chargeable.
Now
once.
hold up. What do you mean? Okay, so what does that mean? An hour? That means what? We're talking on the phone and the conversation's 2 hours. So
no,
hit
it
you
is
with PayPal. What is it?
What it does is it's my time actually creating your Google experience or your Google site so that you're found. But if you're not found in those top 3, there's no charge for it because I didn't do my job.
Aha! See that? A man of his word.
See it.
Okay, so Sean is here. So if you're just tuning into the ScissorSalute Show, it's a show made for barbers, hairstylists, makeup artists, to work together and showcase their skills. Today's show, we're celebrating 5-year anniversary of the ScissorSalute Show. It's a little different spin. We have an artist doing art work on a piece of paper, work right there on the canvas, actually doing a ScissorSalute gesture, and we going back and forth. But we have Sean here, local salon marketing. Let's just say he's going to show us the way. We seem to be leaning a lot on social media, but we don't know there's a lot more out there. So Sean was talking about his services that he can provide to your establishment to make sure that when someone does search on Google or online, that you come up in the top 3. And if you're not in the top 3,
if you're not in the top 3 of the map, there's no charge for it.
You see, because social media is good. You can, you have Pinterest, you have
You have all the-
Instagram,
you have Twitters
Facebook. Yeah, so you Google Long Island Barber or whatever, or however it go. You go and search on Instagram. But a lot of the times, people are just gonna go on to Google, just like we settle arguments through Google. But so, Sean, let people know how they can get in contact with you. And again, this is basically you talking right now. So you want to let it rip?
Oh yeah,
let it go.
And that's what we try to talk about. And you heard me a little bit before, where it's, I understand that barbershops, salons, spas, all these guys, they're all trying to find themselves. They're trying to be able to find out that they're the one that if someone's walking down the street, they don't pass by your place and they go to the place next door. And they may do that if they're just walking and they look in your place and it's busy, or they can't even find you because you're not having any business, so they go to the guy next door. But it's more of when they go on their phones and they either text in or whatever, say, I'm looking for a barbershop close to me where I'm standing right now, and that's what the locations from Google come out to be. It's going to come up in those three things. It's going to have your map, your location, your phone, directions to your place, pictures. It's going to have everything about you within that one location. And then the other stuff that we work on is, like I said, everyone's all pumped up about IG right now, which is great. When I talk about IG, I try to explain to people that it's not like the coffee table picture book. You should actually use it as your magazine. So you've got your pictures, you've got stuff about you, like Smash. He's got pricing. If you want to put your prices out there, if you want to put, I like to talk about people, put the front of your place out there too. So if people are walking down the street and they've already seen your IG page, it's like, oh, that's their place. I see the sign. It's exactly what I expected, and I'm going to walk in there. So I'm not going to walk by it and say, I can't find it. I'm just going to go over to Sally Beauty Shop over there and go there instead. So there's a lot of stuff to work with. The other big thing that I talk about is reviews. If people come in and they love your work, make sure they give you a review. 5 stars. Say, if you can give me a 5-star review, that's great. Some people talk about, if you're having trouble getting those, offer them a coupon. A simple coupon for a free shampoo. Either that or a $5 off coupon, just to get those reviews. Because the more reviews you have, the higher up you're going to go on Google. Between that and then Yelp. Yelp is another big thing. Yelp, everyone thinks of Yelp as, just restaurants. I review restaurants. They have so many other things out there. And if you can get reviews and claim your business on those, you're also going to get moved up the Google ladder just by these simple things. And they don't cost anything. It's just your time to make sure that it comes out and that the business is there.
Okay, so the question was, should Google charge? And we get these phone calls about Google charging. Sean was saying none of these things charge. It is free. But at the same time is something that we're cherishing right here. That's why we're talking here with Sean. And if you get in contact with him, and he cuts his price down in half when it comes to barbershops and salons, just the beauty work. He doesn't upcharge as much as you said with plastic surgeons and doctors. Mm-hmm. He will basically develop the combination, as we'll say. I'm saying it so you can relate, because he just said a whole bunch of couple things, and I'm not going to repeat. You use a couple 4-syllable words that don't really come out my mouth like that. I know that sounds kind of ignorant, but it is what it is. But he makes a perfect combination that's going to basically be customized to fit your needs, to your establishment and your business. And so instead of you have to go in to do the research and try to, save some money, just save the time. He will be charging per hour to make your perfect combination, your perfect Google combination, so we'll say right now. And he guarantees his work, where if you don't come up in the top 3, he's going to give you your money back, which I feel it's more than fair. And that this is a man he knows his value to his work. So we can't be sitting here in our hair profession talk about value. I know the value of my haircut, the value of my time. And then when we ask Sean to do this, yo, come on, Sean, you can hook it up. Because we got to understand when he got time that he's going to be valued. And again, he's going to make sure you get to where you got to go. Seth.
And that's one of the things that I talk about too. It's like, your talent is in the chair and my talent is to get people into your chairs. So that's what I kind of talk about, so that people kind of get it going. And, that's what I'm all about. I'm all about getting your business involved. And, and there's stuff that you could do yourselves. It's not like you're doing Instagram right now. You have Facebook business page. One of the things that I like to talk about always is, the two avenues. You've got Instagram and you got Facebook. Instagram's more of your magazine that you're trying to get, people that are in the industry to see what your talent is. Facebook is more of your local clients, businesses around you, because that's what they do. When you go to Facebook, it's really about, oh, maybe you know this person. Oh, all of a sudden, one of your clients is taking a picture at the salon or at the shop, of you just getting your cut by Sergio or whoever it is. So that's how you're going to get the word of mouth coming through, by using Facebook. Instagram, on the other side of it, is really where you're getting all these likes from other people that are so excited about your talent that they're giving you the props for it. They're giving you the thumbs up. They're giving you comments from it. So you got the two different worlds. With Instagram, you're doing your business page versus your personal page. You could always have two different pages. Just remember, if you're trying to look professional when you're on Instagram, make sure you stay away from like all the stuff, the backyard picnic with, the kids and someone getting drunk and falling in the pool. That stuff is great for your personal page, but if you're trying to, make yourself a brand, you want to make sure that your stuff in the brand is all the stuff from your shop, the stuff that you talk about when you're talking about your industry, you're influencing, the next show that you're going to be at, or whatever else you may be talented to do. On your business page, you've got what's called your insights, and that's where you find out a lot about, when your posts are liked the most. It's when people are liking it, when their comments are coming in, when your pictures are posted, how many comments you're getting, how many likes you're getting. There's all kinds of stuff within Instagram on your insights on the business page. Also, when I start talking about that stuff, you've got within Instagram, you could post one place on Instagram, and if you look down the bottom, you can see that you could also put on Facebook.
And Twitter.
And Twitter and Tumblr. I've never worked with Tumblr, but I see it on the bottom. So it's like, if you got a Tumblr page, you can post it on there. So it's one post for 3 places. So you're getting all kinds of multitasking taken care of by just going off the IG. And so, IG is always a great place to start with, and then just know that you can, offshoot from there to your Facebook page or your business page off of that, or your Twitter accounts.
Yeah, it just goes like this, man. It's now no brainer when it comes to this profession. You get whatever you put into it. If you're gonna half-ass, you're gonna get a half-ass result.
Right.
That's just it. If you feel like you want to do something, ScissorSalute to Mariella the barber, or no, Hair by Liz. It is what it is. Hair by Liz.
Like it.
She put something up, man. She dared everybody to do their goals without making an announcement. Because what happens is now through social media, everybody wants to make an announcement of their goals and they don't do them. So it's better to work in silence. Another thing, if you're really focused on what you're doing, you can't entertain others. Everybody's always going to have something to say. That is just it. And sideline talk is so easy. It's so easy to talk when you're on the sideline watching people work. Isn't it so easy for everybody who thinks they know everything about sports to be on some old talking about sports, but they're not in the game, they're watching the game and they're able to talk about it?
Oh, yeah.
It's totally different. But when you're in the trenches in this profession and you have something that you want to achieve, it's number one, it's not going to come to you easy. And let's just say it just came to someone else easy. That doesn't mean it's going to come to you easy. It's going to be different. It's like fitness. You know, it's like fitness. People with gifted genetics they could put in half of the work or whatever and they get great results. Are you going to sit there and mope and be like, I'm not going to join the gym because he got good genetics and I got these bad genetics? No, that means you're just going to have to work harder. That's it. Stop crying. Everyone else got to work hard to get what they got to go. Some got to work harder than others. It is what it is. You got your own combination. That's what we're talking about here. Your own different combination. You know, when it comes to fitness, keto might work for you. CrossFit might work for you. But you know what? This intermittent fasting doesn't work for me. And powerlifting doesn't work for me. But there's just different type of fitnesses out there. You got to find your combination. It's just like hair. You might fade up. I fade down. You know, but you don't like that fade down style. It's just not for you. You might like Andis. This person likes walls.
Right.
You got to find out what your combination is. You know, do you do buzzer over guard? You know, do you put guards on your buzzer? Do you do a lot of shear over comb work? You got to find your combination, make it work for you, go out and get it. Now, what we're talking about here with Sean is him basically helping you achieve the level that you're looking for. A lot of people might be worried on social media for popularity, but he's going to show you or point you in the right direction of how to properly use all the different outlets that are available for you. Now, that is going to be done, again, at a certain price. But you also got to think it's not a price. You got to think about it's an investment towards you, towards your place of business, and towards your brand, and moving closer towards your goals. That's what you're doing. You're investing. You're not paying for something. You're investing with something that he stands by so much where if he doesn't get to where he said he can get you, he will give you your money back. So that's what we're talking about here, being able to use all your outlets and truly be at your full potential when it comes to this whole type of internet world that we live in.
Right. And one of the things, like you were talking about before, you know, as a barber, stylist, you know, your time is valuable. And, you know, you're at the shop for 10 hours a day, whatever it is. You have a family at home. You know, you got to visit with them. The stuff that I do takes time. So do you want to have your spouse, your kids, whatever, saying, oh, I thought you were going to watch TV with me. No, I can't. I got this new thing I got to do on the computer. It's like, you know, you've got so much stuff going on in your world, and that's where I try to get involved and just say, you know, let me try to help out where I can so that you can, you know, do what you need to do, get that talent with the shears and the scissors, keep going with that stuff, and then let the marketing people take care of the rest. And like I said before, you know, there's plenty of stuff that you guys can do yourselves, but there's other stuff that you'll learn, almost like with you guys, you know, I took classes on marketing, SEO, which is that search engine optimization, so that you can be found on search engines.
Definitely. And hopefully, when Dontay's here, Dontay and Sean can talk, and we can have Sean part of the BBA, and he could be doing the marketing part for the BBA, and that's be another thing that could be offered through the BBA. Now, for those who have been watching the program and seeing us on social media, we're talking about the Barber and Beauty Association, here to basically put a firm foundation, concrete foundation underneath your feet to secure your future. A lot of us are in this profession to work, take care of our families, and take care of others. Now you can do that with the BBA and know that you will be financially secure. It will make it legit.
Right.
You won't have to be scared. You won't have to be worried, because the BBA will be there to offer you medical, retirement, maternity leave, education, and hopefully we've got it going good. We got Sean here now, marketing. The thing here with Sean, you guys might think like, oh no, whatever, I'll do it myself, but this is not the profession that we're in right now. You literally, as you see, like hairstylists, they know. They got it. Hairstylists invest in themselves at least 3-4 times a year. It's almost mandatory, and they are programmed to download data. Where they don't think about it as them paying for a class, and no, they're investing to find out the latest techniques or something to cut the corners. And I feel like it's the same thing now here with you marketing, where some people don't have the time to be educated on the different outlets that are available on the internet. And plus we're stuck in our ways.
Right.
So our ways is
and also
Instagram,
things
Facebook.
change so fast.
Yes.
I mean, like I was just saying, Google just changed. It's called an algorithm, and it's just basically the program that they do. So now instead of, when I first started to do marketing, if I wanted your barbershop to be the #1 barbershop on Google, if I wrote barbershop, 45 times on your front page, that would work. That doesn't work anymore because they know that that's how people are doing it.
Right.
So now it's all about, having the right content and talking about blog posting is so huge right now, and there's so many different places you could put that, and it doesn't have to be some college graduate documentation. It just has to talk about the keywords that your fades are, your styles, what's trending now is always big, and that's how you really bring yourself into being found by different places of your names being placed. Between that, your IG name, you got an email address, the directions to your place. All these things are so big now versus before, where it was just, it's like, and we were talking about, like I said before, IG is fantastic. I use it. I love it. But I also have Facebook. I've also got, the Google stuff I work on. I've got blogs. Like we were talking before, what's the buzz is coming out. And it's just putting yourself out there everywhere you can so that you're not just stuck in one. Because what happens, and I know it won't happen, but what if all of a sudden Instagram shuts down? The government gets involved. They say, oh, no, you were doing something funky. And now all that work you put into Instagram is gone. Now you got to start all over again out of different social media.
Okay.
So never leave yourself in one, like eggs all in one basket.
Okay, so you got Instagram is your virtual portfolio.
Correct.
Right?
Yep. Use it
You
as
got
a magazine.
Facebook called, what did you say, Facebook?
That is like for your clientele, your local business people are going to find you on Facebook.
Okay. So this is my opinion. And I always like to simple stuff up, because sometimes, we're in the hair profession and sometimes people just don't get it. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, man, can't lie. Sometimes people just yeah, what the hell are you talking?
I'll ask
So
someone at
basically,
home.
and Sean, more than welcome to take this. What Sean is talking about, so you have Instagram as your virtual portfolio, Facebook is the local thing, and he's going to show you all these different outlets to basically make you what I just came up with in my head, a library. Your own type of library, which different type of outlets, where you're going to be able to have all these outlets in one place, and it will secure just in case one of them outlets gets the plug pulled, because it will already be in your library, your virtual library.
Right. And then maybe it's not that Instagram shuts down, but maybe you did something on your page that you didn't know was, against the policies or the rules, and now all of a sudden they just disabled your account.
Okay, well, here goes. He brings that up, and everyone's like, well, how's that going to happen? Okay. I am not lying. I'm going to show him right now. Ivan the Barber 1. Oh, Ivan, my friend Ivan,
Yep.
my brother from another mother, his IG page got hacked by Russians.
There you go.
I'm not going to lie. And it's not like he's got 15,000 followers. He had 1,300 followers, but it got hacked by Russians. So you go from seeing, pictures of him and his kids, you're scrolling, and now it's like some Russian model. Talk about hit him up. There was another guy in Florida. He had about 28,000 followers.
Yeah.
And I'm scrolling through IG, and I'm like, what the hell? It was actually porn on his page.
No.
It got taken over, and they were posting like almost every 2 minutes.
Yeah. Wow.
So when they took over his page, it was literally flooded with like 15 things of like straight like porn. I was like, what's going on here? And our boy, ScissorSalute to Angel Rose in Florida. He has a Raw Cut Barbershop.
Okay.
His IG got taken.
Really?
Done.
Yeah. And you know what? And
Erased.
one of the things that brings up too is, don't make your passwords like your birthday or your dog's name, or something that is so common that hackers, from anywhere can figure out your password just by looking at a picture on your page, and they'll try this one. They'll try out, a street address, your last name, all these simple things. So make it something that is strong enough that only you or someone else will exactly know this thing. So make sure it's big enough and there's plenty of things in it.
Now, Angel Rose, if you guys don't know, I'm telling you, this guy had like 70,000 followers.
Wow. So he started from scratch now.
He had to start off from scratch. There's a couple other barbers that had lost pages. I know National Barbers Association a couple years ago. He lost his page. He ended up getting it back. So the moral of the story is it's just nothing is secure. Now, is it going to happen to you? You don't know.
Right.
But do you really want to take the chances when you're putting so much work into what's going on? Again, I like the word library because you was already putting things into different categories.
Right. Yep.
So it is like you got your magazine, or I like to say virtual
Like your newsstands and...
Oh, no, virtual, what the hell, what I always call it? Bio. It's like
yeah.
Because, the hair profession been so long, people used to have to make up, like, put their pictures together and actually mail it to people, like physically mail it.
Right,
portfolio,
right.
there
Right,
it goes.
there you go.
They used to have to make a portfolio and, like, mail it out to these companies. Now you can email them.
Yep.
And email them to multiple different companies and multiple different magazines. So you definitely want that security. We always talk about time, how we're in the shop, these relentless hours. We're late to events because we're busy getting people ready to go to those events. And do you want take up more time doing research on how to properly use the internet? Definitely think it's money well invested. It's got to be, when we're talking about going to these barber battles, these hair shows, these educational seminars, or even purchasing something, the new technology that's available for our profession, you're not wasting money. You got to think about investing your money. Sean, we're going to let you, talk about how people that can get in contact with you.
Okay.
And we're going to take it to the stage.
Excellent.
Do the outro.
So,
Huh? Oh, okay.
even better. I was just... Oh, good.
Okay, so Dontay's going to be calling in?
So last time I was on, Dontay was with me last time I was here. I don't know if he's probably been on more than that, of course, but that was like, so I met him last time we were here and we were talking about all the financials and how, and that's one of the things that, I know that a lot of people get scared about is getting into their own business and not having that insurance. Or the insurance is just way out of whack that you can't pay for it. So you take your chances, you got little kids, you have family going, and someone gets sick, and all of a sudden, all that bankroll is gone. So,
Hello, you're live on the show. Live on air. Hello. You're live on air with the ScissorSalute Show. Hello. Are you there? Bueller?
Well, all right.
Anyone?
So as we're waiting for Dontay to jump in, let me just let you guys know.
Hello?
Oh, there he goes.
All right, we're back.
Hello?
Dontay.
You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
We hear you now.
Salute to everyone. I don't see y'all.
No, don't. Oh, there you go.
Here he is.
Oh, you're Skyping.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what we're doing. You're Skyping. Hey, what's going on? You don't worry about seeing us. You don't have to see us. We just need to see you, and we need to hear you.
Y'all need to hear me?
Yeah.
I want to kind of give y'all a view of the airport, how crowded it is.
Okay, where you flying to? Where you going?
I'm flying back. I was in San Diego.
Ah, so family or business?
Business, the MLB trade show.
Ah, nice. Good,
So,
man.
oh yeah, I didn't hear y'all before, but salute to everyone out there. Happy 5-year anniversary to my ScissorSalute family.
Yeah, definitely. And we was talking here with Sean. I was like, man, that'd be perfect add to the BBA right here, man.
Talking to
Oh yeah, man. Listen, I'm like Magic Johnson out here. You know, I'm low key scouting people. I have my I guess when I have the pieces who I'm looking to add to it. Everything's kind of mapped out. We doing everything strategically. We're not just gonna come out here and just be picking anybody just cool. We have a purpose. And
Oh, definitely. But Sean right here, man, with the marketing.
Hello?
Sean right here with the marketing is just, it just sounds right.
Put it like this, Sean been on my radar ever since the last time. Since the first time we met a few months ago. So Sean definitely been on the radar. It's a few people that's on the radar, and Sean been on the radar for quite some time now.
Yeah, I feel like just talking to him just now. He's been on the show. I believe 3 times. I was here for the first time he was here, but it just makes sense, and it just, to me, I feel like it's gonna make it simple for people. It's gonna make it simple for the people in our profession who might not be internet savvy, and don't even know that it's available. That's the thing. There's just so much people who don't know they're available, and it's just like we talk about on the show. Everyone's just caught up on IG. You're caught up, and you don't know that there's other things out there. So tell us about the trade show that went on, Dontay. How'd it go?
Can't hear you, breaking up.
Tell us about the trade show. How'd it go?
Oh, it was amazing. Oh man, I had a wonderful time. Trade show. It was my first MLB trade show. It was more than what I expected. I was able to go out there, tell the West Coast about BBA, and also exactly who I am, and also who I represent beside BBA, and also let a lot of people know that I represent ScissorSalute. They didn't know that. Oh, you want ScissorSalute? I'm like, yeah. I have to show the T-shirt. Again, I got the T-shirt on. I have to show the wristband and let them know. I'm like, yeah, I'm a ScissorSalute family. So we have a few people that's gonna be looking to call in or Skype in the future. But the trade show, it was amazing. The fact that I was able to network with Joe, able to talk to Lou from Society LA. Don't give me, I'm correct, right? I'm horrible with names, so that's Lou from Society LA, right?
Yes.
Yes, was able to sit in her class. She sat in my class. It was a great turnout, and I think I could really say that over in San Diego, I could honestly say that they know about BBA and they know about the change that's going to happen. That a lot of people don't know. It's a lot of big stuff that's going to happen. I know y'all just mentioned not to post the plans. I'm not going to post the plans. But what I'm going to do is tell y'all what's going on or what's going to happen. And if you're not supporting BBA, if you're not supporting ScissorSalute, or even supporting MLB, I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for y'all because those 3 brands, ScissorSalute, BBA, and Major League, are 3 brands that started from nothing. What I mean by nothing, they are original brands. It's not like they copy somebody else. I'm not throwing no shots, but I'm calling it what it is. There's a lot of people out there that piggyback off everybody else. What we here to do, we here to bring the structure, we here to bring the respect, we here to raise the standards. Because the way everybody else is doing it, it's not raising no standards. It's like a wild, wild west out here. And everybody complaining, oh, everybody need to charge rent price. oh, we need everybody needs, we need this, we need that. But nobody's taking the time. Nobody's taking the effort. Nobody's doing anything to help raise the standards. There's other people out there that's doing it, but the people that I associate with is the ones that take this, take it to the heart and really want to see this go to the next level. Because this is not a hustle. This is a career, and we're going to show, just not today, but we're going to show our kids, their kids, kids that's out there dreaming, or even as artists, as we have the gentleman out there painting. This applies to artists as well, that you can't have security what you do. You can't have security with your dream. This is why Barber Beauty Association, along with ScissorSalute, along with MLB. Yes, I said MLB because I will say this. No disrespect to nobody, but when I was trying to talk this financial word for the last 2+ years, nobody really kind of gave me a shot. A lot of people really try to, a lot of people, I'm going to say, and I don't care who feels away. This is the God honest truth. People want to charge me to talk about how to help their futures. I'm not going to say no names because the people know who they are. But ScissorSalute to Nori for understanding and seeing that this is something special. This is a need. Why charge this young man to help this industry?
You know,
just like ScissorSalute, you gotta say, "Oh, come here. Here's money to talk about finance." No, this is a need. This is a giving. That's why when I posted that picture earlier, one hand wash the other, both hand wash the face, because we had the same goal, and that's to raise the standards. Just like ScissorSalute, it's to raise the standards. Y'all been doing it for 5 years. MLB been doing it for 15 years. I'm doing it, you could say, with the BBA going on a year. And it's only going to get better. It's only going to get better. And I say this to say that I'm only supporting people that supports me and my family. When I'm in my family, that means ScissorSalute. And you can also say MLB or anybody else that's affiliated or that's associated to me that I consider family. If you're not family, sorry. It's crunch time.
All right, well, Dontay, thank you so much for calling in. We got to do the outro. Look forward to having you in the studio next week, or, you know.
I'll be there next week. Yes, I will be there next Monday for sure.
All right, man. Well, thank you so much for calling in, and good luck, and enjoy your travels. Have safe travels.
Safe travels, man.
All right, thanks. All right, Eli, happy belated birthday, too.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, like to thank everybody who's well. Hold up, Sean. Do your.
Yeah. So if you guys want to get in contact with me, basically the best way to do it is through IG. Since we do all this stuff through IG, you can find me at my IG handle is local.salon.marketing.sean. I've been tagged on some of the show stuff, so if you didn't write it down or it's too confusing, since I kind of just rambled it off, you can find me in the tags on here. You could also find me through email, which the best email to find me at is thesimpleguyct@gmail.com.
Well, thank you, Sean, for coming over here and
you.
co-hosting the show. I'm pretty sure this is not going to be the last time that you hear about Sean. And look out for his YouTube channel that's going to be going up September 1st. We'd like to thank everybody who made it possible. 5 years we've been doing this. We'd like to send a huge salute out to New York and Queen, Blaze and Blush, Dontay, another huge salute to Sefro. We'd also like to thank Strong Island.tv for having us here. And just to let you guys know that if you are in the tri-state area, if you're on Long Island, StrongIsland.tv is opening up another TV studio. So if you're looking for some work, you can hit them up at StrongIsland.tv or Strong Island Radio, television radio on Instagram. Again, keep on using the hashtag. We're close to that 700,000, if not at 700,000. Yeah, nice. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel, ScissorSalute Show. Follow us on Instagram, ScissorSalute Show. We'd like to thank everybody who watched the show tonight. We'd also like to give a huge Scissor Salute to Gio. He doesn't have any social media information up there, but I think after the show and after he talks to Sean, he's going to change his mind. Scissor Salute. Check us out. And if you like house music, make sure you go over to StrongIsland.tv. My house show is up next. They've been basically been our neighbors in this 5-year journey of here at the ScissorSalute Show. We got nothing but love. We've actually had the people come to the studio early and get their haircuts. Yeah, like we need
Perfect.
models. We need models. Come on the show. But thank you so much. Salute to all. Support the movement. Support the profession, man. Salute.